Hello everyone, and welcome to my original Game Boy collection. The original Game Boy was released on July 31st, 1989, and it actually sold 118.69 million copies. And that's actually in combination with every form of Game Boy, not counting the Advance. But believe it or not, it was actually only discontinued in America. Like, they stopped making original Game Boy games in March of 2003. I didn't realize it was that recent. That's nuts for such a console like this. Like, that's pretty insane. But I have, let's see, I have 14 games for this console. Unfortunately, they are just the cartridges. None of them are in the box. So, sorry about that. But, Game Boy games are a pain in the butt to get in the box. So, anyway, we will go ahead and get started with this. This is Disney's Beauty and the Beast, a board game adventure. Now, this game was released October 25th, 1999, so I guess the 2003 discontinuation makes sense now. But I haven't really played this game. My girlfriend gave it to me. It's a board game based on Beauty and the Beast on the Game Boy. I don't really know what else to say about that. Then we go on to Dr. Mario again. I feel like I just talked about this last video. On the Game Boy here, this was released July 27th, 1990, so shortly before I was born. Not going to go into too much detail about this game because I talked about it last video, but it's a fun little puzzle game. I haven't really played it on here either. My girlfriend gave me this, but still, Dr. Mario, good to have. Alright, then we have a game that's a little beat up and a little bit falling apart apparently, just like had some whatever. This is Kid Icarus 2 of Myths and Monsters. This is actually a sequel to the Kid Icarus game on the NES. It was released November 5th, 1991, so just a little bit less than a month after my first birthday. Yet again, haven't really played this. I didn't really play Kid Icarus, the original one, too much. I think I had it on the Wii Shop channel at one point. But really cool to have this, because, it's good to have a series at least. Really cool. Then we go on to the first game in a series, the first Kirby game, Kirby's Dream Land. This game was released August 1st, 1992. And this is actually back before Kirby was pink, and I believe it was only this game he was white, and then they changed the color in Kirby's Adventure for the NES to pink. Again, I haven't really played this. I will, but I want to get some other Kirby games and stuff. But, I mean, Kirby's a classic character as a whole. Hal. Friggin' Iwata. But, I do want to play this. I'm ashamed that I haven't had a lot to say about these first few games, but still really cool to have this one, and I like it a lot. And I love Kirby. Then we go on to my favorite series, Legend of Zelda. This is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. This was released August of 1993. Unfortunately, I haven't really played this game either. I've seen it played, so I know a bit about it, and I didn't realize it was a little torn up there. Okay. I never really noticed that. That makes me sad. But I do want to play this because, from what I've seen, it actually looks really, really cool. And I will play it, like I said about the other Zeldas. I will play it. But, it's really cool. I know the plot twist at the end, but I'm trying not to do any spoilers about any of these games, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Anyway. Then up next we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Oh boy. This was released August of 1994, so a year after Link's Awakening. I haven't really played this. We will finally get to some games I played here next. But from what I have played, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Kind of like Double Dragon, but not as good because it's on the Game Boy. Then we go on to a nice little group of 3 absolute classic games for handhelds in general, but just these 3 are for the Game Boy. Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, and Pokemon Yellow. Special Pikachu Edition. Pokemon Red and Blue were released September 28th, 1998. And Yellow here was released October 18th, 1999. So just over a year later, and about a week and a half after my birthday. Now, I didn't actually start with this generation. I actually started with the next one. But I had a lot of friends who played this, so when I finally did get around to playing them, I knew what I was doing like the back of my hand. I actually haven't played Blue all the way through. There might actually be something wrong with this cartridge because I did try to play it on the Game Boy player and it froze up a few times, so maybe it's the cartridge, maybe, I don't know. This copy of Red here, I actually traded a friend of mine from high school and middle school. He let me borrow this, and I let him borrow another Pokemon game and a guide to yet another Pokemon game, and then him and I stopped talking, so I just played this game finally right after I graduated high school. I got to Elite Four and then stopped, which is kind of stupid, but still. And then this game I actually got from another friend of mine, and we don't really talk anymore. And I really wanted this because, you know, you can get all the starters and Pikachu and stuff. I haven't actually beaten the cartridge version, but I downloaded it on the 3DS, and I've beaten it on there. So I have technically beaten this one. These 2, however, I have not. But, you know, Pokemon are, you know, for handhelds, if there's one classic, you know, series on handhelds specifically, it's this. Pokemon is one of the highest selling franchises of all time. I think it might be like second highest video game franchise ever, next to Mario. So, you know, even though they aren't even my favorite Pokemon games, I'm really happy to have these. It's really good to have these games. I love Pokemon so much. Then we go on to another side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's a little, you know, tinted red or stained red. My girlfriend gave this to me. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Fall of the Foot Clan. This game was released in August of 1990. Again, haven't really played this one too much. I'm not really big on side-scrolling beat-em-ups, but it's interesting to have. You know, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so you can't go wrong with TMNT, you know. Then my girlfriend also gave me this, the sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers. I believe this one is also a side-scrolling beat-em-up, so there's really not much to say. It plays better than the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game. It's a little less stiff, but still, I'm not big on side-scrolling beat-em-ups. This game was actually released December 1st, 1991, so just over a year after the first game. Then we move on to an all-time classic, the highest-selling game of all time, if you count for every single, you know, version of this game. Tetris. This is actually the second copy of this game I've ever gotten. This one my girlfriend sent me. I actually had my own copy that I think might have gone through the washing machine or something and wouldn't save data anymore. This version of Tetris was released July 31st, 1989. I remember playing this a lot as a kid, and I remember the music so well. Classic music. Probably, I would say, the best puzzle game of all time, right here. There's really not much more you can say about Tetris. I'm pretty sure everyone's played this. I can't say for sure, but it's Tetris. I love it. Then moving on, we have a nice, or not really nice, but a tainted cartridge, but a fighting game nonetheless, WWF Superstars. This game was released April of 1991, and I have played it, and on Game Boy it is garbage. I don't really have much else to say about it other than that. It does not play well. Then finally, another puzzle game, Yoshi's Cookie. And this version, because I believe it was also released on the NES, this version was released in April of 1993. No, I actually haven't even played Yoshi's Cookie. I know it's a puzzle game, I believe. Kind of in the style of Dr. Mario. I'm probably completely wrong there, but that's just what I remember from memory, which there isn't much. But really happy to have it. It's Yoshi's Cookie. My girlfriend sent me this one too. Most of these games my girlfriend sent me, otherwise there'd be like 4 of them here. But really cool. And really, really cool. And that's it for my original Game Boy collection. Next video will be the Sega Genesis. Yes, another classic one. See you next time.